guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lucy Johnson, a qualified and licensed accountant here in the UK, and I'm here to help simplify your business finances. Today we're talking all about something super important, how to set up your small business finances from scratch. Now, if you're starting your business, or even if you've been running one for a while, but you've never really organised your finances properly, then this video is for you. Now, I know the idea of setting up your finances can feel a little bit overwhelming, right? But trust me, once you've got the basics down, everything becomes so much easier. So I'm going to talk you through step by step how to lay a strong financial foundation for your business so that you can grow your business sustainably, and so that you can feel confident in every single financial decision that you make. Sound good? If so, grab yourself a notepad and a pen and let's dive in. Alright, step one, separate your personal and business finances. This is absolutely a non-negotiable, guys. The first thing you need to do is open a completely separate business bank account. It's going to be your financial home base. It's where you're going to keep all of your money that comes in and out of your business. And here's why this is so important. Mixing your personal and your business money can really become messy and make tax season an actual nightmare. You'll also have a much harder time tracking your business's profitability and cash flow if everything's all over the place. Pro tip, choose a bank that offers good business accounts with no hidden fees or high charges for transactions. Many banks out there offer free or low cost business accounts for new businesses, so take advantage of that. I personally recommend a bank that allows you to separate your money easily, just like Starling. They have spaces, which essentially is areas where you can move money. Next, you need to set up your bookkeeping system. Now, don't go panic. This doesn't need to be complicated. At the very least, you need a system to track your income and your expenses. And I'm talking both big stuff, like your sales, and the little stuff like your subscriptions or your office supplies. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. Manually, you can use a basic spreadsheet like a Google Sheet or an Excel to track your finances. You'll want to separate columns for your income, your expenses, and the profit for each month. The key here is to be consistent. If you want to make your life a little easier, I highly recommend using an accounting software just like Xero. It's going to help you to track everything in one place, and it has a mobile app so you can keep tabs on your finances wherever you are. Pro tip, set aside a few hours every single week to update your books. Trust me, the more often you do this, the easier it's going to be to stay on top of all the things and to avoid stress of having to do it all at once. Understand your business expenses. Now that you've got a system to track things, you need to understand your business expenses. It's really important to break these down into expense categories like fixed costs and variable costs. For fixed costs, these are things like rent, utilities, and subscriptions that stay the same every single month. Whereas your variable costs, these are expenses that fluctuate depending on your business's activity. So like inventory, so stock, marketing spend, or shipping fees. Once you know your expenses, you can start making decisions about where you want to cut your costs or where you need to increase your budget. Understanding your expenses also helps you figure out how much revenue you need to make in order to break even and start turning a profit. Pro tip, be careful with personal spending in your business account. It's easy to justify small purchases, but if it's not for your business, it shouldn't be there. Step 4 is all about creating a business budget. This is going to be your roadmap for how you're going to spend your money. It's easy to let things get out of your hand if you don't have a budget in place, so this is a super crucial step. Start by looking at your revenue projections. How much money do you expect to make each month? And then allocate that to different categories of expenses. Make sure to include things just like your marketing and advertising, payroll or freelancer fees, operational costs, so software, office supplies, etc. Taxes. Yes, You need to plan for that too. Pro tip, you want to build some wiggle room into your budget. Unexpected costs will come up. So aim to set aside a small contingency fund, so 10-15% of your revenue, to cover those unexpected surprises. Set up an emergency fund. Having an emergency fund for your business is just as important as having one for your personal life. You want to aim for at least 3 to 6 months worth of operating expenses in your emergency fund. I know that might seem excessive to some people, but it's really important. And this gives you a cushion in case your business hits a rough patch or if you have unexpected costs that pop up. I know it can be hard to put money aside when you're just starting out, but trust me, having that safety net is going to give you that peace of mind, and it's going to help your business stay afloat during the tougher times. Next up, invoicing and payments. This is where you get paid, and trust me, you want to make this process as easy and professional as possible. There's lots of tools out there, just like Xero, that can help you create really professional looking invoices and can also help you track payments. So my pro tip is to always include super clear payment terms in your invoices. Specifically the due date, late fees, if any, and accepted payment methods. And this is going to help you avoid any of those awkward conversations and basically get you paid faster. If you can include ways to pay by pressing on a link at the bottom of an e-invoice, then you get extra bonus points from me. Whether that's a direct debit link, an instant payment link like Stripe, or any other payment provider, there's lots out there. I would highly recommend getting it on your invoice so that they can press it. Last, but definitely not least, taxes. Taxes can feel really confusing, but it's so important to understand them from day one. Start by figuring out which tax bracket your business falls into and how often you need to pay. As a small business owner, you'll probably be required to pay things like your income tax, VAT, or self-employment taxes, depending on where you live and the structure of your business. Here's where things get really important. I know it's easy to think you'll just deal with taxes at the end of the year, but trust me, that's a mistake. So setting aside money for taxes throughout the year will save you so much stress when it's time to pay. Pro tip, make sure to set aside a portion of your revenue every single month for taxes. The easiest way to do this is by setting up a tax pot, a separate account or a space in your business bank account just for taxes. I recommend putting aside about 20 to 30% of every single payment that you receive. That way, when it's time to pay your taxes, you've already got the money ready. The key here is to keep your tax money separate from your regular business funds. It's not your money, it's the tax man's at the end of the day. Having a separate pot makes it easy to save and helps you avoid spending it by accident. If you're unsure about taxes, get an accountant like me. We'll make sure you're paying the right amount, help you avoid any costly mistakes, and basically save you tons of stress. To get your free consultation call, the link is below if you would like to. There you have it. The 7 steps to setting up your small business finances completely from scratch. If you follow these steps, you'll be well on your way to creating a solid financial foundation for your business that's going to ultimately help you thrive and grow. Take it one step at a time. The more organized and intentional you can be with your finances, the more confident you'll feel about your business's future. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on running your business and simplifying your finances. As always, leave a comment below if you've got any questions or if you want to share your own tips for setting up your business finances. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.